There is a door we all come to, one that protects the facts and truths that hold our reality together from that which floats beyond reason and sanity. Once we walk through that door, nothing is ever the same. We can become lost in the abyss of man's imagination, wandering down the long hall into the kind of madness that is dangerously pervasive. Infected with a delirium most foul and contagious until we are all unable to navigate our way back to what is real. It is here where we find absurd conspiracies. The moon, our friend in the night sky, providing light in the dark, bringer of the tides and protector of the world from rogue asteroids and meteorites. The earliest cave drawings range from 5,000-year-old drawings in Ireland to a possible representation 30,000 years ago in France. The moon has been very dependable, our good neighbor in the night sky. Or has it? The moon goes through many phases over the course of the month and becomes harder and harder to see until, at least one night a month, it's gone. But that disappearing act is nothing compared to what happened 1,000 years ago. The moon was gone from the night sky for a month. This well-documented event happened in May, in the year 1110, and people around the world spent over 30 days without the moon in their night. Many believe that this event was just one of many over the years, and that, in fact, the moon is not fixed in our sky, that it can move on its own, and lastly, that it is no moon at all. So what is the moon? Many believe that it is part of a large-scale transportation system, serving as a base and a shuttle service for tourists to the biggest theme park in the galaxy, Theme Park Earth.
As a former designer of theme parks, I can tell you that Earth is the perfect spot for it. Nothing else around. The guests are staged somewhere far off, then shuttled in for the experience in the park, like Disney wanted when he opened the Disney World park. Disneyland was non-immersive. You could see other stuff from inside it. It was not a complete theme experience. But Disney World, you cannot see anything but Disney stuff inside the park, just like Earth. No other distractions.
But how would that work? Some point to the dark side of the moon, an area that no one can see from Earth, as a perfect spot for shuttles to arrive and tourists to be staged before coming down to the park. Like a galactic monorail station at Disney World. And just how would they not be seen coming from the moon? Believers say that with all the satellites and plane flights, no one would pick up on a few extra flights a day. Still, some say that their moon shuttles are plane-shaped in order to confuse us more. Yet some of their shuttles have been seen, only people do not know what they're actually looking at.
Have you ever looked up and seen a long trail behind a plane? That is a moon tourist shuttle entering the atmosphere. No plane leaves that long a trail. Some people have called them chemtrails for years, and they are right, only they are not our planes dumping stuff on people. They are the galactic tourist shuttles, and the trail is from whatever kind of fuel they use, possibly hydrogen, or corn oil from genetically modified corn crops in huge floating space farms at the edge of Saturn, or so I'm told.
Theme park believers claim that the Earth has been used for this purpose for tens of thousands of years, and that long ago, they did not even try to hide it. That is where all the stories of gods coming from the sky started. Later, as we got more advanced, it was safer for them to continue their business covertly. However, sightings of UFOs continued, and still do to this day. Some of their activity is hard to hide, and that was when they made the deals with the governments of the world to continue use in exchange for some technology.
Well, I saw the deal. It was not a very good one for us. They got to come here,
wander around, do whatever they want, live like kings on vacation. And in exchange, we got a few of their older ships, gorilla tape, the iPhone, and a cure for erectile dysfunction. I'm sure at the time it seemed like a good deal, but that's what you get when old white men that can't get it up are in charge of everything. Others talk about the time the moon was gone, and that they have had to change out the moon, get new equipment in, and 1,000 years ago, there was a delay, and that's why the moon was unseen for 30 days. And as to the gravity that the moon supposedly has and its effect on Earth, that is a gravity stabilizing device that has been in place and in orbit since this site was chosen, helping to secure their investment. But what would that look like? They point to pictures of the so-called Black Knight satellite vessel that have been leaked out online as the prime suspect for this magical gravity device. Well, that's why we went to the moon, to talk with them, asked to see the manager, and then we had to back off or else. They've been around here a lot longer than America or Russia or China. Hell, it's really their planet. They just let us live on it. We got cave drawings going back 45,000 years, but not one of them show the moon until about 30,000 years ago, which is most likely when they arrived here, made us from monkeys, and opened up shop. As to why Earth and humans were considered to be entertainment, believers see this world as filled with primitive madness and confusion, insane ideas and concepts passing as truths that are used to wage war and enslave the minds of the people. What could be more entertaining for civilizations and cultures from far off than to see what could happen to their world if they let their guard down? Still, others might come to wallow in it, like the gods of Olympus, impregnating the common folk, ordering them around, and impressing them with some magic to feed their ego. No matter which side you fall on, if you believe the moon is akin to a galactic monorail station, or merely a lifeless rock that has been Earth's companion for billions of years, the questions and inconsistencies about the moon will continue until such time as we can shine a light on this dark lunacy.